Hey guys, Coach Laird. I'm executing my third video of the day. It's gonna be my last video of the day, but it's something a lot of guys that I've been working with my lessons and talking to players and former players about. And a lot of them talk about the boringness of practice. They talk about doing the same thing over and over and over. Well, the focus of this is going to be hitting during team practice, or hitting drills, or hitting focus during team practice. And a lot of guys are like going through the motions. You know, you say you got the same 5 drills your coach is executing, and I'm banging out those same 5 drills day in and day out. Well, I don't have a problem with your coach focusing on 5 drills, but for me as a hitting guy and as a baseball coach in general, you cannot focus on the same 5 things every day. You have to be focusing on weak points. You maintain strengths and you're constantly working on weak points. And if you've heard me talk about a daily hitting routine, you haven't watched that video, as soon as this video gets over, find that video on my YouTube channel and watch your daily hitting routine and how to execute a daily hitting routine. But say you're in practice, and I know there's a lot of dull time in practice, and kids talk about the boringness and the day in and day out doing the same thing over and over. Well, if it's boring, it's your fault, because it's not the coach's job to babysit you and make you feel like that you're being coddled and say, okay, Jimmy, we're going to do this next, we're going to do that next. I would love it at South Alabama when our coaches would allow us about 30 to 45 minutes, and sometimes it wasn't that long, it was more like 10 to 15, 20 minutes, somewhere right around there, of kind of free time in the cage where we could execute whatever we wanted to do. And you had the guys that wouldn't do anything, and then you would have the guys that would be executing reps as much as they can, then you'd have the guys that would be going through the motions. I was a guy that was trying to take advantage of every single rep when I was healthy that I could. And when you want to think about what my focus is and what my hitting job needs to be, what drills can you do to get more successful, to get you better for the next day? Okay, if you're having trouble hitting curveballs, get your buddy in there in the cage. Let's throw some curveballs. Let's work on staying back, keeping the shoulder on, driving that ball the opposite field. If I'm having a hard time working on outside pitches, let's work on that outside pitch. Let's focus on weak points instead of going through the motions and saying, oh, I'm bored, we're just hitting, we're doing 45 minutes of hitting and coach is just watching. No, execute the game, execute the batting practice properly. Stop sitting there and telling me as a coach and telling other coaches and telling players, hey, we're not really doing anything, we're just doing the same thing over and over. Hey, I got a newsflash for you. John Wooden, one of the best basketball coaches of all time, he would have pretty much the same practices all the time. And he talked about in his biography, in his book, of executing the same thing day in and day out because it creates mental toughness. You are unconsciously executing things the proper way and executing plays the proper way. And when you drill, you create muscle memory. So those drills are there for a purpose. If you don't want to take the time and work hard to do that, you won't be playing in the major leagues one day. You won't be sitting there like you are right now, running your mouth talking about, hey, I'm the best player in this, I can do this, I can do that. Well, I got newsflash for you. Those guys that are in the big leagues, they're working on their craft day in and day out. They're doing these things day in and day out. They're trying to execute and fix weaknesses. So next year, instead of hitting 270, they get 330. They're trying to get better. Take advantage of that lull time during practice, during team practice. Focus on those hitting drills. And this doesn't just apply to hitting. It could focus on flat grounds as a pitcher. It could focus on working on your changeup as a pitcher. You can focus on any little thing, any little flaw during those dull times in practice. You are your best coach. It's not our job to sit there and babysit you. We teach you, we guide you. It's your decision if you want to get better, okay? So guys, hey, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Please share, because I know there's a lot of guys that need to hear this message, especially right now at the beginning of the season. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.